10 strange places found on Google Earth. Starting off at number 10 on the list are the hanging coffins of Sagada. Located in Sagada, a mountain province in the Philippines, are hanging coffins which have been placed high above the ground on the sides of cliff faces. These coffins are said to be hung in this manner due to the belief that the higher the dead were placed, the greater chance of their spirits reaching a higher nature in the afterlife. Burial rituals such as this can be found not only in the Philippines, but also throughout Asia, such as in areas of China and Indonesia, and they are truly a sight to behold. At number 9, we have the Japanese Scarecrow Village. In Nagaro, Japan, there exists a village comprised of dolls. These dolls are created by Tsukimi Ayano, who has said the dolls began life as scarecrows in the village, the first being modeled after her father. Since then, she started to create them to replace people who had left the village or passed away. The village has since become a tourist attraction and consists of more than 350 dolls, some modeling students in the classroom, one a man fishing at the nearby river, and also utility workers performing road work. If you ever find yourself traveling through Japan, be sure to stop by the Nagaro Doll Village. At number 8, we have Pablo Escobar's crashed plane. Located at Norman's Cay in the Bahamas is a crashed plane submerged in the ocean. This plane, once belonging to a cartel criminal Pablo Escobar, has remained in the water since the 1980s. This plane crashed while en route to Florida from Colombia and has remained at its final resting point due to local governments fearing retaliation from the cartel should the plane be disturbed. Its cargo was said to have been dumped out of the plane in an attempt to save fuel. What the cargo was is unknown, but one's imagination doesn't have to stray too far to come to a conclusion. Both pilots perished with the plane. At number 7, we have the Labyrinth at Rhyolite. Located in the deserts of America sits the ghost town of Rhyolite. Founded in 1904, Rhyolite was a booming gold rush town, having a population of over 5,000 people within 6 short months of it being founded. However, due to the American financial market crashing at the time, the town was all but deserted by 1916. The Labyrinth, which at first glance gives off an eerie, haunting vibe, was created by Bulgarian artist Albert Sokolsky in commemoration of the metropolis that once was. The Labyrinth is located at the Goldwell Open Air Museum and is just a short day trip away from Las Vegas. With number 6 on the list, we have Scott's Hut. This small hut is located near the north shore of Ross Island in Antarctica. It was erected in 1911 by the British expedition led by Robert Falcon Scott. An amazing fact about this hut was that it was originally fabricated in England and then brought by ship to the island. Its insulation was built with seaweed sewn into a quilt, along with other common insulating items and supplies for the time. Scott's Hut not only helped house Scott's expedition, but also helped save members of the infamous Ross Sea Party. After 1911, the hut remained untouched until 1956, when it was dug out of the ice and snow by U.S. expeditioners. Many artifacts from previous expeditions are present and said to be well preserved and untouched. Google Earth provides a very unique view and walkthrough of the interior, and looking at the photographs and videos shows the conditions that are to be considered luxurious to expeditioners and explorers at that time in history. This really helps a person to paint a mental picture of just how brave explorers were throughout history. It is truly remarkable. For number 5, we have the Serpent of the Ocean, or more formally, Serpent de Ocean. Created by contemporary artist Huang Yongping, the 130-meter-long skeleton of an immense sea serpent wades off the shore of Loire Atlantique, France. Its tail is located at the low tide limit, while its head is at the high tide limit. This impressive work of Chinese art delivers a message that is often that of the duality of destructive impulse and creative talent, as well as being supportive of environmental protection. This animal is linked to Chinese mythology and the structure is intended to be gradually invaded by vegetation and marine fauna. At number 4, we have the Behringer Meteor Crater. 49,000 years ago, a large 30 to 50 meter diameter iron asteroid impacted the Colorado Plateau in northern Arizona. The resulting massive explosion excavated 175 million tons of rock, forming a crater nearly a mile wide and 570 feet deep. It is called the Behringer Meteor Crater. The site is privately owned by the Behringer family, but is open to the public, averaging more than 250,000 visitors annually. It has been, and still is, used as a training facility for astronauts.
For number 3, we have the Stranger Things. Out in the fields in the country of Turkey, you'll discover things that appear to be out of this world. At these coordinates, one will see very large creatures that resemble spiders, or possibly things even stranger. I was not able to gather any information regarding this location or the hair-raising images shown. This is a time where Google Earth leaves us with more questions than answers. If you have any further information, or if you have any ideas about what this could be, please share with us in the comments. At number 2, we have the Humanoid in Antarctica. Antarctica is such a vast and inhospitable landscape that most of it is either off limits or just too dangerous for explorers and scientists. However, in this remote region, a humanoid-shaped figure can be seen in the mountains. This is another Google Earth find that has no substantial information explaining what is being seen. That is why conspiracy theories have arisen, such as claims of prehistoric giants, ancient or undiscovered civilizations, and even extraterrestrials. Or maybe it's just rocks. What do you think? And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Tinless Russian. In the village of Bern, near the central parts of Switzerland, one can find a statue depicting a creature of some sort holding a bag of what appears to be baby children, meanwhile devouring what appears to be the same. At first glance, the nature of this fountain will take the onlooker by complete surprise. This statue was erected in the mid-15th century and depicts a seated Kronos, the father of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, devouring several of his children to keep them from overtaking his throne. At least, this is one theory. The Tinless Russian, literally translated to Fountain of the Eater of Little Children, is also an important object in the novel Le Ogre by Jacques Chesseux. This site is truly remarkable and a must-see bucket list item for those who are seeking unique and one-of-a-kind architectural builds. Thank each and every one of you for watching our video, and we hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, hopefully you learned something new. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already.